From the OU TV Broadcast Center in Los Angeles, California, this is Brief News Brief, a brief look at today's trending news topics. Proudly combating the thought police since 2016, here's your host, James Heaney.
I'm James Heaney, and this is your Brief News Briefing. Here we are in America, and the coronavirus is here. In fact, it's been here undetected for weeks on end. The stock market is experiencing turbulence. It was tanking hard last week, then it was slightly recovering on Monday. It's tanking again today. It's an ominous sign of a weakening economy. A Princess cruise ship is again being held in the waters, but this time it's off the coast of California. One of the passengers tested positive, and one passenger is among the deceased from the virus. The number of coronavirus cases in New York rose to 22. The fifth case of coronavirus has been confirmed in Illinois. This brings the total to 216 confirmed cases and 11 deaths. All of this is happening while the U.S. is in short supply of test kits. This bottleneck appears to be starting to clear up after a week of absolute chaos. It takes time to get the tests, and then it takes time to get the results. So it can be expected that there's going to be a massive spike in data about the status of the United States sometime next week, which, of course, at that point, the virus will have already probably spread much, much more. All of this is occurring with the backdrop of a president who is lying. He said yesterday that the 3.4% death rate is wrong. Not according to scientists who are following these statistics. But he has a hunch. And not only is his hunch that it's lower than that, but he has a hunch that this vaccine's on its way. It's going to be ready really, really soon. But scientists are speaking up, speaking over him, his own people, to say, yeah, it's more like 18 months to 2 years. And it's looking like it's going to cost a fortune and not be available to everyone. The Senate today voted nearly unanimously to approve $8.3 billion in emergency spending for combating the coronavirus outbreak, sending the measure to the White House. Churches are shutting down, schools are being closed. South by Southwest in Austin, which starts next Friday, might be canceled. Will there even be a festival this season this year? Companies are telling people to work from home. Families are canceling spring break plans. United, Delta, and American, they are canceling domestic flights and waiving change fees. Doorknobs have become an existential threat. Welcome to Coronavirus America. As if Attorney General William P. Barr really needed any more of a reputation for bending the rule of law, he's at it again. Last week, he quietly intervened in an immigration asylum case. Barr used a process known as certification, which is historically little-used power of the Attorney General. Cool. The AG has secret powers. This is wonderful news. So what is his secret power? Apparently, he can overrule decisions made by the Board of Immigration Appeals and set binding precedent. Immigration lawyers and judges say the Trump administration is abusing this power. We know that the Trump administration seeks to severely limit, if we can call it that, the number of immigrants who can remain in the United States. What's new here is that the administration is acting as a check on the immigration judges whose decisions don't align with the administration's immigration agenda. Overruled! This move by Barr is being seen as a warning to immigration board members that even their unpublished decisions are being scrutinized. Barr is watching you, so you do Trump's bidding or we will simply overrule it. But wait, what happened to neutrality and due process? Gone, retired. Immigration Judge J. Tracy Hong said, "In American history, what happens to immigrants is a pretty good indication of what's going to happen to the rest of us." What's happening with immigration courts could produce ripple effects in the wider justice system. All the norms are breaking. Russia and Turkey agreed Thursday to a ceasefire in Syria's ravaged Idlib province. Phew. This follows weeks and weeks of an especially brutal campaign by Russian-backed Syrian forces against Turkish-supported rebel groups in the region. The violence sparked one of the greatest humanitarian crises of all time, as mass movements of people flee for their lives, some of them freezing to death in the streets. Today, after nearly 6 hours of talks between the two leaders, the ceasefire was agreed upon and is set to go into effect at midnight. The Idlib tensions reached to a boiling point last week when an airstrike blamed on the Syrian government killed 36 Turkish soldiers. Turkey retaliated by shooting down 3 Syrian warplanes. For the first time since the Idlib fighting erupted last year, Russia refrained from interfering on Syria's behalf. U.S. officials in the past few days, including Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, on Thursday have offered support to Turkey in the wake of the escalation in Idlib, which underscored the risks of striking agreements with Russia. Turkey and Russia have avoided direct conflict so far, and it seems to be the line in the sand. Another main interest in stemming the violence is stopping a wave of refugees at its border. Turkey has more than 3 million displaced Syrians, hosting more people displaced by the war than any other country. There is not much hope that this will be a sustainable solution, but for now, it's a solution.